It's literally like a scrunchie with like a hanging like curtain on the top. I'm crying. We're back again today with even more DIY disasters that you have sent in from TikTok and Instagram. I swear to God, they get worse every single week, but I'm gonna show you the good and the bad of what we found. And I'd also like to thank Snap Power for sponsoring today's video. What in God's name is this disaster? This is taking it to a whole new level. I don't even know how I would describe this. First of all, these like scrunchy things around the side, and then you're literally just putting like this hanging tapestry over it. I'm gonna give them a point for creativity, but if you're purchasing this and putting on, you're literally making your TV look worse. There is no way that this hides your TV at all. People, come on. Like, I feel like people are buying this shit up on Temu for like 25 cents. Don't do this, please. If you wanna hide your TV, at least do some kind of built-in, or alternatively, paint the wall behind it a dark shade or a black so that way it just blends into the environment. This is gonna be a big no for me. I swear to God, the inventors that made the toilet like wrap covers back in the 70s and 80s were not making enough money, and they were like, you know what? We're gonna do the same thing for a TV. And this is the collab that nobody asked for and we do not need. Of course, a Swiftie would do this. I know we're gonna have to copyright it and remove the song, but they're playing a Taylor Swift track while she's doing this transition. My first comment is, it says 6 weeks later. I certainly hope this did not take you 6 weeks to half-ass paint the brick. Like, there's one thing to like, you know, paint over brick and make it look, you know, a whiteout so it goes with the environment. It looks like you just gently brushed over the brick with a little bit of like watered down paint, and it looks so mismatched. Like, you have some bricks that are kind of covered, the other ones are not, and then you kind of like gave up. And then at one point you had a broom. I don't know what you were painting with. If you've seen my video before, you know I talked about the hazards of painting over brick and not using masonry paint. That is your first mistake. I bet $1,000 on this that she just used acrylic, which literally removes all fire resistance on these bricks to begin with. They are designed to be porous and breathe and actually stop a fire. This by the fireplace is gonna light up and it's going to enhance the flame in your home and it's gonna burn down. I hope that doesn't happen, but this is another DIY you just should not share online, people. There's some things that are great to share if you're doing a great job. Hire a professional or just don't do it. Oh no, it says 6 weeks later and I still love it. So I guess she's been living with it for 6 weeks. This is the kind of person that has live, love, laugh in their home and other signs, and I should have just known this from the start. Like, it looked better before. Thank God we got a good one. Oh. One, I'm gonna give them props for the editing on this because I love the transition of just all the pieces they were adding in for the molding in this toilet closet. I think they did a fantastic job. Props to the husband for getting the leveler and having all of the horizontal pieces installed first and then transitioning to the vertical ones to make sure that every single piece is distributed evenly and installed correctly. This makes my OCD happy. I love that they also did the wraparound on the cover switch, the plate they changed, the paint they added. This is a DIY done well. I'm gonna give them a 10 out of 10. I think the color is nice. It gives that nice level of warmth to it. They added the decor and even the little details and the brass elements. I'm actually very happy with this. This is one of those DIYs that, you know, is okay to share. There's other ones that you just should not share. I love that they switched the cover plate for the switch as well, but you know what would be an even better idea? If you used Snap Power. And we're gonna go to Design Daddy in the Field and he's gonna tell you a little bit more. We're back with Design Daddy in the Field. Sorry to interrupt this video, but we have a special message from our sponsor, Snap Power. If you're like me and live in a small space, your bathroom is probably connected to your bedroom and it's pretty close. And I am one of those early risers before the sun is even up. I get ready to go to the gym and I'm sorry to my partner, Anthony. I have to turn the light on to see what I'm doing and most of the time it blinds him.
Oh my God, Phoenix, it is literally 5 a.m. We've talked about this. Turn the light off. I just want to sleep.
I'm sure many of you have suffered from this problem and I have the perfect solution. So I upgraded my outlet covers to the Snap Power guide lights and it has been a game changer. I don't have to actually turn the light on to see what I'm doing in the bathroom in the morning, and Anthony has been sleeping like a baby ever since. The install for the Snap Power cover outlet is super easy. You don't need any wires, there's no batteries, and you don't have to do any electrical work. It snaps right onto the existing outlet that you have. You just screw it in place and boom, you're done. As an interior designer, I have not been a fan of any night lights because if we're being honest, they're pretty ugly. This is fully integrated within the outlet cover, so it's super minimal and you don't even know it's there. It also auto adjusts to the lights being on and off in the room. Since it's an LED, it's super energy efficient and they even last up to 25 years. These are also fantastic in long hallways for your kids as well. You can even have them in your kitchen so you don't have to have any bright lights on. And if you want to try these out for yourself, you can click the link in my description box for 15% off your Snap Power guide light. So this one, I'm gonna be honest, I've seen before because I think it's at like 60 million views on Instagram right now and I've had 100+ people send it to me. I think this is the worst DIY I think I have ever seen. So please, I'm giving you a trigger warning because this is a serious jump scare.
So my kitchen is kind of ready, I guess, you know. Well, some little details are still left to do, like the handles and stuff, but yeah, like most of it is done. So yeah, I'm happy. I mean, it's still kind of a little bit crazy to be inside of this room, but I will get used to it. I think I will get used to it. Oh my God.
I'm crying. I watch this every single time. I still can't believe that this is real. Like, whoever this Ivana is her name, she's like, oh, I'm so happy with it. Girl, I'm glad you're happy with it. If I ever see a video and the comments are turned off, it means it's bad. It means it's real bad, that none of the comments were positive in your favor. The fact that you thought that saran wrapping or shrink wrapping your entire kitchen, and I'm talking every surface, your walls, your floor, your appliances, in a leopard print, what? I can't believe like this is actually legit. I went to go look at this person's profile and they are, let's just say, a very interesting character. And the fact that they said that this also wasn't done, they're gonna do the handles and everything too. Like, could you imagine walking into this room and you can't see anything because everything is camouflaged? Like, I'm glad they're happy because this is not making me happy at all. And I got a feeling the world is also going to agree with me. You know what? This was one of those videos where it's like, trust the process. Cause at the beginning I was like, you're doing the squiggly lines. I don't know how I feel about this. And then they added in the marble legs. I can appreciate that she did bolts as well as liquid nails to make sure that you have that really good connection. And then just the way that they added this in was really well done. They upcycled those marble feet to really create this beautiful entry console table kind of hybrid. The one constructive criticism I probably would have done is instead of doing like the squiggle lines, which are very trendy, I would have like curved the whole front to have like a partial oval to have that kind of soft approach to it. I feel like it would have complemented the space a little bit more, but I think this is a great DIY. I don't really have anything bad to say beside the squiggle lines on this. They also stained the wood. The marble was treated. I'm gonna give this a good 9 out of 10 because I am quite impressed. The way it's styled too, this could be an Architectural Digest and you would never know that it was a DIY.
We are definitely not letting this gloomy, rainy Sunday stop our progress. We have already started boxing in the columns. We actually are almost done. We only have one more left to do, but I had to give y'all a sneak peek because y'all, I am so stinking excited. They look so good. So if you have round columns and you've been thinking about doing this, here's your sign. Go do it. It will not disappoint. It has completely transformed the look of our front porch. We are so excited and we've had so much fun reading all the comments on what color y'all think we should paint them.
Tell me you're from the South without telling me you're from the South, y'all. No shade, okay? But there are so many issues with this DIY. One, most people will pay extra for circular columns because the square ones are so basic in the way that they are designed. And you just added so much blockage and visual weight to this veranda that's probably a wraparound. Second mistake is this is a pressure treated wood. Do you see that connection on the floor? Do you see it? It is going straight to the brick on the ground. It is pouring rain in this video. This wood is going to mold and rot at the bottom unless they are sealing it or tiling around it. But from the sounds of this video, they're just gonna paint over it and that's gonna be like a done deal. 50 years from now, someone's gonna buy this house and they're gonna be like, I hate these square columns, and they're gonna remove it and boom, there's gonna be these beautiful circular minimal ones. Like this is the next level of carpeting over hardwood, people. Like they should have just left this how it was. Like you need to put some kind of metal or water separation at the bottom because these are gonna rot in a season. I'm disappointed, people. I'm very disappointed. Yeah, this is not gonna be functional, nor does it even look good. Stop it. Stop it, people.
I need a lampshade that looks like it's $2,000 for under 50 bucks, so I decided to try and make one myself that looks similar to this. I didn't realize my hole saw was gonna basically melt a hole into the bowl, but you know what? It worked out. I'm not gonna lie though, the order of operations during this project was not ideal. After I spackled, I realized, oh, it would be so cute to add some rub and buff. And of course made a mess because I didn't even let it dry, but I used a wet sponge to smooth things over and sanded the next day. Here's how it looks at my place, but in reality, it's actually replacing Gigi's pendant. So here's how it came out.
I love Julie. Her and I have been following each other since I started my social media journey. If you are not following her, please go check her out. I don't know if she's on YouTube, but I know she's on Instagram and TikTok. She has an incredible following because she is so DIY friendly. She has some really great budget friendly tips. And this, I think, is the perfect example. She literally got a salad bowl and turned it into a lamp. One note on this, I'm sure she already knows, she probably used an LED light so it doesn't emit heat, so it doesn't actually melt. But I'm gonna give her a 1-up if you decide to do this, only because in a prior restaurant that I designed, we did lampshades like this that were very similar, where we wanted the inner parts of the dome to be metallic to really reflect the light. We literally used walks that we rub and buffed brass inside. If you have the capability of cutting metal, use one of those and you will get that exact lampshade that she DIY'd that was $2,000 for under 50. You could probably do it for under 100 depending on the size of the walk that you want. And you can actually dictate how big it is because they come in so many sizes. And this is a great job, Julie. I'm always impressed with her DIYs because she is so handy and so clever when it comes to making all of these things. The spackling that she did on top to really have it more of that like biophilic Mediterranean style on the exterior and then wetting it with the sponge. 10 out of 10, Julie. 10 out of 10. Let me know in the comments below if Julie and I should do a video together because I may need to fly to Boston to see her. I think we would have a great collab, so let me know. Well, there you have it. Another great session of terrible and decent DIYs. I'm always so impressed with what people are willing to share online because it's brave. It's very brave to put your face online to even share what you're doing or even talk about what you were doing. And these DIYs, this is an endless source of content, as you have already seen. I have so much fun making these videos because sometimes it is a literal surprise of watching these with you. So if you see any DIYs on TikTok or Instagram, literally copy and paste and put it in the comments so I could add them to my list, and you'll get a shout out too. As always, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot, especially when I'm doing these funny videos. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and be sure to like this video. And if you're always looking for more content, you can always follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Mr. Phoenix Ray. And if you're ever second guessing yourself, just ask, what would Design Daddy do? Not share these DIYs, because some of them, they're getting worse every week, people. Like, come on, let's bring back shame. Seriously.